What, they made it today?
If they made it today.
I think it could work. I think it could still work.
I think it would work, but I don't trust them.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think it would definitely work, but I don't trust them to do it. I'd say give it to the fans to do.
Yeah, because I see a lot of studio interference on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fans are doing it 10 times better because this Friday the 13th game it was created by fans, but it started out it didn't start out as an actual Friday the 13th game. It was just a game called Summer Camp. It was like a homage to Friday the 13th, and they showed what they did to Sean Cunningham, who produced it. It's like, why don't you make it into an actual Friday the 13th game? And did a Kickstarter, and then it became successful, and the rest is history.
And something I want to touch upon what Isaiah was saying earlier about blood is like, that's another reason why I think Mickey is the perfect choice. We got a lot of these guys who look like Sly, like Stefan Chbosky looks exactly like Sly. Mickey's got a very good Sly, like early young Sly look to him.
Yeah.
But this thing, like, he really goes out and beyond. Like, if you watch that fan trailer that Blood is based on, that we're working together in conjunction with, that's incredible. Mickey took real kicks to the face. He got dropped on his head in a hole for real. Like, he actually got hung up by his bare wrists and ankles until, like, he was just chopped up. The guy actually climbed a, like, 200-300 foot cliff with no net, his bare hands, and just scaled it. Like, he really goes that extra mile. When you see, like, the level of love that they put into that trailer, and I guess what we're trying to do, I think it speaks volumes about, like, these are like fan film guys who really go that extra mile to make sure it's really great. So I hope everything works out. Yeah.
So let me ask, like, what kind of fan do you have in the project that you talk about?
It was like a Rambo fan film that kind of crosses all spectrums of the Rambo mythos, and it's pretty intense. Like, we ended up getting notes that were deleted from First Blood the first time around when they filmed. We have a star from First Blood in it, and we might have a second star. We're not sure yet. We might have Patrick Stack doing a voice.
Played Clinton, the cocky National Guardsman.
Yeah. Rambo, I'm giving you 3 seconds to come on out. That guy.
I saw that interview you did with him, by the way, when you were asked about dating with an angel.
I tried to set up something for him down here at McGill, and then in Concordia, and then Concordia actually wanted to charge him money to play here, like to come do his film school seminar here, which was a pain in the ass, because they were supposed to pay him, So
do you have to, like, go through like, for example, IMDb to contact someone like that?
Most of the time I'll just go on Facebook. If I see they're on Facebook, I'll send them a message, and I'll ask them to come on the show, or if I can interview them, or if they can give me a quote or something like that.
Did he charge for that?
Nope.
Oh, he did?
Nope.
Stephen Chang, he's one of the stars. He played, like I said, he was the guy in the flashback of First Blood that cuts Rambo up. He's in this, and we're going to try to get him for supporting Rambo as well.
Patrick actually offered me a job.
Really?
Yeah, to do that whole Concordia thing. So I'm still trying to find a venue for him down here. Steven I talk to, like, almost every day or every other day. Right now he's doing a judging thing. He's doing like a kind of like, not like a Dancing with the Stars, but kind of something similar, like America's Got Talent. And yeah.
I'll tell you one guy that I want to talk to. I don't know what kind of channels I would have to go through, but I doubt it would ever be I would love to interview Ali on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that guy probably has so many stories.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. And Matt even said that he's still trying to get Stallone on the show.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
You guys hear anything about that? Or?
I should know soon. My sister just got back, so hopefully I hear sometime this week what's going on with that.
And of course, he interviewed.
I have an update on that actually coming on the show before this, so it would be like episode 697, just to see, like, to say kind of where I'm at. Just I'm still waiting to hear from that. So.
You know, if David Morrell, who did the book, I know you interviewed him. I think it would be cool. Maybe next time we interview him, what he thinks is the comparison between Rambo and Snake Plissken. I would love to hear his thoughts on Snake Plissken with how he's similar to Rambo.
Yeah, and definitely a lot of the other people who are coming up under him, like you said, like Lee Child and so forth. That would be great.
He even commented on Lee Child. He's very a huge fan. Same thing with David Morrell. He commented on Lee Child as well. So this is why I would love to see them do that crossover book. I told you with Rambo and Reacher together. It's better than one.
Like David's really great. It's just getting David on is hard because he's always doing something. You know, like last time I talked to him, he was working on a sequel to a book that he wrote. And then out of the blue, you know, he had like the Rambo reissues that came out, and then the new Rambo reissue. And it's weird because last time I talked to him, First Blood Part 2 came back in paperback, and now it's back in hardcover. So pretty much the time he came on this time was to finish off the review, the interview we did last time, because last time we ran out of time. So this time it was just to kind of like get the questions in that I wanted to. Because last time I did all fan questions. So this time I actually got to ask him the questions that I wanted to ask him from way back, you know. But he was really cool. He came on and he did it. And he was supposed to be on for like 10-15 minutes and he stayed an hour.
Amazing. I heard that. He was very seemed like a very cool guy, and yeah. I actually heard the audiobook of the novelization of First Blood Part 2. It's the same, but it's still different. Like how you mentioned how Rambo is captured, he's put into that pit,
yeah,
in the mud,
that's
and he sees the actual VC commander, like Stephen Chang's character, who actually tortured him in the flashback in First Blood.
Yeah.
So it's like him coming back home. And the events of First Blood it's like he had this delusion that it didn't happen, like it was all a dream, that he was in Nam all this time.
And get this, my recent research on that led me to believe that another guy was supposed to be the VC commander's character, the guy who dies in the brush fire, when in fact it was the guy Rambo shoots with the explosive arrow, who actually took over Stephen Chang's character. So when I talked to Stephen about that, Steven got all pissed because he was like, they can't do that. They can't change my character and not even tell me. But, yeah. The character who kills Kobau is, in fact, the same character who slices Rambo across the chest.
That's neat.
Interesting. Yeah. Talk about personal vendetta.
Yeah. Yeah. And in the book, he's like, really goes further.
That would have been even more interesting.
Yeah. In the book, he's like hell bent on catching Rambo because since Rambo escaped the first time, he got demoted and he was like sentenced to stay at this camp for X amount of years. And it's just ironic that they would do a Rambo 2 and not focus on all the stuff that Rambo escaped from the first time. Yeah. They don't even mention it. Yeah. So.
I didn't know that.
You know what? All this talk about Rambo, his history of him in Vietnam, it makes you wonder I would wonder how they would to see a prequel of Snake Plissken, how he started out in the military.
I would love to see a Snake prequel.
How he lost his eye and got the eye patch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the Camouflage Pantsy Wars, it tells you that he spent a lot of time in the Siberia in the winter, the Arctic, a lot of wars, like something out of Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, the whole. So he did a lot of wars on the Arctica or something.
Kind of reminds me of like that movie Soldier.
Yeah, Kurt Russell. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great movie too. That's a really underrated. Good movie.
Yeah, I need to watch that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soldier, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson.
He did that, really? I had a feeling he did that.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
And it also had Jason Scott as one of the villains.
Yes, he was. He was in there.
Yeah.
He was also Bruce Lee in Dragon, the Bruce Lee story.
I love that when he's driving that vehicle and you hear like the Led Zeppelin music behind him. That he's like.
I don't know if you know this, John, but Jason Scott Lee was actually one of the people that was considered for Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat.
No, I didn't know that. I heard about the Brandon Lee as Johnny Cage.
And Brandon Lee. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And they wanted Van Damme as Cage.
Yeah, they wanted Van Damme as Guile. Not Guile. Gambit. Also.
For X-Men.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? When I was a kid, when X-Men, the animated series was on and Van Damme was huge, I was thinking Van Damme would have been perfect as Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine him like trying to? Oh man, let's imagine some of the lines he would have as Wolverine.
I'm going to slice and dice you.
Trust me.
I'm going to fuck you with these claws, bro.
And he'll do splits.
I will not lose this fight.
I will not lose against Sabretooth.
Yeah, I know the perfect guy plays Sabretooth. Donald Gibb.
That's true.
I think the reason why I picked Van Damme because Hard Target came out around that time. I remember that image with him with the long hair running, all badass. I think that's one of the reasons why I thought he would be good as Wolverine at that time.
I'm doing the work prints probably within the next 2 weeks sometime. And that, oh my god, I love those work prints, man. You can see a lot of hard boiled in those, in that work print.
And also, speaking of Van Damme and X-Men, and I know you see his Wolverine, but I can also see his Gambit because he's got the accent.
He got that accent, yeah. Yeah,
the Cajun accent and the look too.
The Cajun, yeah.
10 times better than the guy they're getting at. John, I know you hate this guy Channing Tatum.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. So you know who would have been? Yeah. You know who would have been a good Cyclops? Michael Biehn.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Like back in the early '90s.
Yeah, and you would have gotten. You would have kept Patrick Stewart as Professor X because he's the perfect guy to play the part.
Yeah.
That guy's ageless, man.
I know.
Yeah. Would have been a good Wolverine back in the day.